I've got a confession to make. I'm a personal trainer and from time to time, I get fat. You see, the hardest part about losing weight is grabbing the scale, jumping on it every day, and not seeing the result that you want. So before I talk about exactly what I'm gonna do to lose weight, I'm gonna take you through what I did the past 2 weeks and what I'm gonna continue doing. And then I'm gonna give you some tips of things that you can utilize yourself to be able to go on this journey and also lose weight with me for free if you want to. For the past 2 weeks, I decided that I would do what I tell all my clients to do, which is focus on their food more than their exercise. So for the past 2 weeks, I haven't exercised or gone to the gym. However, I have gone to jiu-jitsu 3 times a week like I normally do all the time. Now, the real reason why I started to lose weight is because I went to Japan and prior to going to Japan, I started to feel quite fluffy. I started to feel a little bit bigger than what I had been. And I started telling myself that it was just because I was just building heaps of muscle. One day when I was in my trip in Japan, I took a selfie in the mirror just to see how fat I'd gotten. And I was really shocked to see that I'd put on quite a bit of weight. With the exception of those 2 instances, what I've done this week is the following. I've made sure to mostly eat protein. So I've eaten very little in the form of refined carbs. So I've eaten no bread, no rice, no pasta, no like bad treats like chocolates or chocolate chips or things that I really like eating. And I've just mostly been eating things like eggs, chicken, minced beef, I've eaten some turkey breasts as well. Like I've gotten some from the deli. And I've sliced it up. I've also relied a lot on protein shakes, the kind that you buy from the petrol station. In Australia, we've got this thing called Up and Go, and you can buy one that's 35 grams of protein for about $5. The other thing I've done is I've actually decided to exercise less because myself, I know what I'm like. If I go to the gym, I like to train hard. And when I train hard, I get really hungry. And because I haven't been very disciplined with myself, I wanted to give myself some time to just be disciplined with one thing, which is just the eating. And I know that when I'm not exercising and I don't have those extra hunger pains that we often get when we go on a diet and we exercise, it's been a lot easier to just stick to the diet that I decided to follow. Something that really helps me whenever I'm following a diet is I use MyFitnessPal and I tuck in all the things that I'm gonna eat for the day ahead of time on there. So I have a good idea of what it is I need to eat and what I need to avoid. And I don't do this every day. I did this at the start of the week for my weekdays, like Monday to Thursday, and I just follow that. And then on the weekends, when I'm eating things that are a little bit more out of the ordinary, if I've gone to see my parents or I'm going out with friends, then I just put in things that I might eat at a restaurant ahead of time on there, and I have a good idea of how many calories I have left for things like my breakfast, my dinner, my lunch, and sometimes I'll just skip one of those meals like today because I want to eat a little bit of extra at a different time. The last thing that I've done so far to be successful with the little bit of weight that I've lost so far is I just made sure to really binge eat before I started this diet. Now, the reason why I did that is just from a psychological point of view. I wanted to go into this wanting to go into this. So I made sure to just eat everything I wanted to when I was on my holiday in Japan. I didn't hold back with anything. I ate pretty much chocolate every day. I ate lots of bakeries. I ate lots of donuts. I ate lots of pastries, I ate lots of ramen, I ate lots of good food. And I got to the point where I genuinely was craving healthy, nutritious food just made at home. So the last 2.5 weeks have been really easy because I kind of ate so much and so badly before starting the diet that now I'm actually really just excited and in a really good rhythm with the diet. So I started the diet at about 94.6 kilos, if I remember correctly. And I'm currently today 88.8 or 0.9 kilos. So make sure to check in next week to see how far I've come along the diet. And I'm gonna talk about different things that I'm gonna do as every week progresses so I make sure that I hit my goal of getting to about 80 kilos. And actually the last thing I wanted to address is, I know that I work with a lot of clients specifically in weight loss. And what I wanted to also show is I wanna show a lot of my clients, existing in the past and future clients, that as a personal trainer, a lot of us weren't born with good genetics. We don't just have good self-control and self-discipline. We've just learned certain methods that work for us, that we teach other people, that also works for them. And I want you to realize that you can lose weight if you are going through a weight loss journey. I want you to realize that you can achieve your goals if you have goals that you want to achieve, and it's not something that's reserved for other people. These things are within your grasp if you decide that you're ready to do them at the right time. I think the biggest reason why people fail diets is because they start doing diets at times when they're not actually really mentally ready to do them. They just want to do them because they think, oh, this is the thing to do right now. Summer's coming, so I should lose weight. Or I have a wedding coming, so I should look better for it. But if you really don't feel that way deep down, then you're not gonna be very adherent to the diet because you're gonna have to really change some things about your lifestyle that maybe you're just not ready to change, and that's okay. So if you do ever follow a diet, make sure you do it at the time when you're mentally ready to do it and you're ready to commit and make some changes that are actually going to affect your entire life. Because we don't talk about this often, but dieting will affect your entire life, what you can and can't do, who you hang out with, all that sort of stuff. If you like this content, make sure to give me a follow or subscribe because it's YouTube, and I'll catch you next week.